So we got number 4 in. Good practice, good Tuesday practice. Had good meetings yesterday. I think we cleaned up a lot of things from Saturday's practice, and happy with where we're progressing right now. So that's where we are. Guys, got any questions?
Moved to Elijah to defense?
Yeah, we've moved Elijah just because he's a good athlete. I think we need him on defense. I think he's a guy that can come in and play some very quality reps for us. He got a chance to start. That's what we're trying to do, is trying to get our best 11 players on offense, defense on the field, and just looking for opportunities. So we try it out, see how it goes. We tried it out in bowl practice and knew that he had a chance to do it. I think back in bowl practice, he didn't tell you guys about it, but he had 3 straight tackles in bowl practice, in a period, and he's got a nose for the football. You watch him run down on kickoff when he does that. He's got an opportunity to make plays. So we'll try that out. I think it'll go well, and I think he'll like it.
We've talked so much about how important knowledge is, and obviously he has the athleticism, he has the speed, but what kind of challenges do you think the process of learning the defense will pose?
Well, that's why moving him after 3 practices and not after 8 or 9, is a big help. I mean, he'll get himself over 10 practices at the linebacker spot and have a chance and be able to go through the whole summer when the kids work out by themselves out back and be able to prove it. But still so much football to go that he's got a chance. He's smart, and Coach Harley does a good job at linebacker. So I think a little extra time he'll be caught up here in a week and will look like he hadn't missed a beat.
I know it's just 3 practices, but why didn't you move him to linebacker at the start of spring drills?
Just to give him a chance to come out. I mean, last fall was December was a long time ago. There was a lot of work done in the weight room and some 7-on-7s that they did by themselves with the quarterbacks. But you just want to see how much improvement he makes. I mean, don't want to you want to make it right for him. You want him to I think anytime we make a position move, it's just like Brian O'Neill. Ultimately it's up to him to make that decision. We hate to make it for him, but it's opportunity to play, and I think that's the important thing.
You're happy with your wide receiver depth then?
Right now, I mean, he can always move back, to receiver, but based on everything I see, we're okay. But tomorrow we might be short, but that's where you are in spring ball.
Seeing what some of the younger receivers were doing these first couple practices, did that maybe make this decision a little bit easier for you to move them?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking to see who's improved, maybe who stayed the same, and again, trying to find out, at this point in practice after 3, how much improvement has he made? Is it good enough? And where can he help us more? We know we got a freshman class coming in, and just trying to pave way to find out how we can get our best players. And again, it wasn't really about what he wasn't doing at receiver, it's what he could do for us on defense. Because I think he can still move back there and not miss a beat on offense as well. He's learned, really, 3 days on offense, so he's got knowledge on both sides of the ball. So I think he could always move back if we need him.
So you must be anxious to see those freshman wide receivers then. Think they can help you?
See everybody. I'm anxious to see our best 11 on the field, and and you look at it and you say a freshman receiver can maybe come in and play if he's good enough, but it's hard for a freshman linebacker to come in and play right away. And if you got one sitting there you think could end up starting for you, don't wait. And I think you'll be surprised when next season comes around how far he comes.
You all had your all's first contact practice on Saturday. I know there's been some push with the Ivy League limited contact practice. I think the Big 12 went back to 1 or 2 days a week with it. As a defensive coach, how do you kind of view those moves and that trend?
We're worried about, I don't know what the Big 12 is doing or the Big 10, worried about what Pitt's doing. We're trying to play smart, and today's contact, but it's a thud day. No one, not guys that fell down were on the ground today. So we're, always trying to be smart. So again, I don't know what the trend is, but we're not changing. We're trying to play tough football. Remember we're in Pittsburgh, right? This is a tough city. We're just trying to play ball.
I think on Saturday you touched on how you're trying to find out what you have behind Nate Peterman at quarterback. How big of a challenge is that for Matt this spring, or how big of a goal, I guess, is it to find out who that number 2, number 3 is behind Nate?
It's always a challenge. I mean, it's whether it's a quarterback, a receiver, or right guard, or free safety. I mean, it's a challenge. It's but that's why we coach and have those practices. But there's a lot of people around the country trying to find out who that number 1 guy is, and at least we're talking about who that number 2 guy is. So, once we find out who that number 2 is, then hopefully pushes Nathan as well to make him better, because I think competition is good for everybody.
as good a season as Jordan had last year, what are some specific things you're looking for him to improve on in the second year?
I think overall just all the tiny little things, and that's what we're coaching, little things. His base alignments sometimes are off. It's just guys. He was just a freshman lining up playing, and a lot of times he did his job, but he could have done a lot better. So athletically, we know he's gifted, and he's got the ability to make big plays, both offensively and defensively. But just clean up all the little tiny things that he can do much better, be more efficient.
Are there more responsibilities you can put on his plate in that regard?
I guess there always is, little responsibilities, but it's not like we're going to give him a lot more. You're not changing the framework of what you do defensively. We'll have little tweaks here and there, and I think he can do a little bit more as far as schematically. Hey, we're going to do this. He'll be able to do it, but other than that, we just want to clean up what we've got so far.
You saw him fielding some punts today. Do you still anticipate being able to use him in the return game, at least occasionally?
No doubt about it. We're going to play our best players. We're looking for. I'm not trying to give anybody a rest on special teams. I know some people have the philosophy of resting their starters on special teams. That's a major phase. It's a third of the game, and we're going to play the best guys, just like we did Tyler Boyd back there as a punt returner a year ago. Just trying to find the best guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Got it.